It can happen at any time. Maybe after months of confusing feelings and denial, or maybe after a heavy fight or incident with someone you were close to, just something inside you finally snaps and you say to yourself, I have no friends. It's a tough realization to have. Is it you? Is it them? Is it your situation? Is it the universe conspiring against you? What does it mean to have no friends, and why has it happened to you? In this video, I'll discuss why and how you might have no friends, ways to remedy this situation, and why it might not be as bad as it seems. You might have no friends today, but it isn't the end of the world. Do you really have no friends? Asking the important question. Getting to a point where you look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I have no friends, is never an easy journey. It's one that demands brutal honesty from an individual, involving the evaluation of a life they might not want to truly see. But the first question you have to ask yourself is it real? Do you truly have no friends, or does it just seem that way right here, right now? Ask yourself the following questions. Have you recently gone through a highly emotional event? Are there people in your life who are trying to reach out to you, but you are ignoring? If you disappeared today, is there anyone who would care? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then your situation might not be as dire as it currently feels. Remember, while every emotion you feel is real and important, that doesn't make every emotion true. There are times when we become overly weighed down by whatever is happening right now, and our reality can seem very different from how it truly is. Having no friends, and is it actually a problem? For some of us, the realization that we have no friends doesn't come after a single pivotal event like a fight or a heavy breakup. It comes after months or years of feelings of loneliness and neglect. But for whatever reason, might be for not having friends, it isn't necessarily as big a problem as the world might make you think. For some people, the lack of friends is simply a preference, and the ache to have people around us isn't as noticeable. Some people actually enjoy the independence of having no friends, the peace of not having a constant web of social connections tugging at us here and there, and the serenity of knowing that your life is yours and yours alone to determine. It is a kind of freedom that some people learn to embrace, and in many ways, it can be liberating. So ask yourself, now that you've realized that you have no friends, what do you want to do about it? Do you want to pity yourself and wonder how you could have let this happen? Do you want to try and change your life and behaviors to make new friends? Or do you want to accept yourself for who you are and embrace the life you've made? Your happiness is yours to determine, and the answer isn't always other people. Rather, the answer is finding your own peace. Why having no friends is a valuable learning experience. There are times in all our lives where it will seem, whether true or not, that we don't have friends around us. While this can be an easy opportunity to fold over and feel sorry for yourself, it is important that you take a deep breath and realize this is something that will ultimately help me grow as a person. Here are ways having no friends can make you a better person over time. Number 1, it increases your personal accountability. With no close friends to rely on, you learn to rely on yourself. You become a fuller person simply because you learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Number 2, it forces you to grow. When you have no friends, you can find your life sitting at a standstill with nothing new coming your way. If you are a strong individual, this will force you to spend your time pursuing personal growth, expanding your skills and knowledge, and working on your personal projects. Number 3, it creates courage. You learn to live alone when you have no friends, and this can be a scary thing. But you soon realize that you can't spend your entire life being afraid. So you learn to embrace the unknown and jump into things with your whole heart instead of needing a hand to hold all the time. Number 4, it develops your ability to notice beauty. While friends are great to have, they can also limit the way you live your life. You end up living a routine of doing the same activities with the same people, chasing the same highs. But when you're on your own, you learn to find those highs in other ways. You see pockets of beauty in life that you wouldn't have noticed otherwise, and you learn to appreciate the world so much more. Number 5, it makes you the perfect friend. You don't know how much you love something until you no longer have it. When you live for a while without friends, it teaches you to be a much better friend. You learn to value the kindness and love and support that friendship others, and you become the type of friend who offers those wholeheartedly. Why making friends becomes more difficult as you grow older. One thing that people don't really tell you when you're still in school is that you shouldn't be trying to make friends as much as possible, because it only gets more difficult as you grow older and leave school. The main reason for this is a lack of supportive friend-making environment once you leave the world of classrooms and teachers. Schools make the perfect environment for making friends. You are surrounded by the same age peers who are just as anxious and nervous as you might be. You all might live in the same area, and over time, your enforced shared history and experiences create lifelong memories that produce bonds that last a lifetime. As an adult, this environment goes away. While you might experience some similar environment in your workplace, it's never truly the same. This means the difference between making friends as an adult and making friends as a kid or a young adult is the difference between actively pursuing friendships and passively falling into them. Adulthood won't present you with the same natural opportunities to create bonds with your peers. The responsibility to put yourself in situations where you might develop friendships relies on you, and this is a skill that many of us never had to train. 10 habits you can adopt to make friends easily. Making friends involves more than just not making mistakes, but doing things that positively influence your chances at making friends. Here are 10 habits you can keep in mind. Change the way you live, and the way your life unfolds will change. Number 1, stay in the moment. Stop thinking, just do. Do what feels right. Do what makes you happy, and learn to squeeze out happiness from the present. Number 2, be curious. Be curious and interested in what other people can offer you. Don't be so sure that you know the best way to live life. Be open. Number 3, smile first and smile often. Nothing invites other people more than a smile. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. You can't change how other people feel, but you can change how you do. Number 4, want to make more friends. Don't just wait for friends to fall into your lap. Go out into the world wanting to make friends. Act the way a friend might act to new people around you. Number 5, care for yourself. People like surrounding themselves with people who have value, and there is no better way to increase your value than knowing and appreciating your value. Take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Number 6, try new things. Don't have friends to try a new activity with? Then go do it yourself. You'll find those friends there waiting for you without realizing it. Number 7, talk like a friend. Just because a person is new in your life doesn't mean you have to be formal and tight. Loosen up. Be the friendly you know you can be. Number 8, stay positive. It can be easy to let that sad inner voice get you down. It's your job to ignore the voice and stay positive. Think about how big this world is and how many people are on it. Surely there are countless happy chances waiting for you to take them. Number 9, take a class. If there's something you've always wanted to learn, then now is always the best time to learn it. Sign yourself up for a class and see what and who you find waiting for you. Number 10, be confident. Be confident in yourself. Your value doesn't come from your friendships. People adore confidence. Don't obsess over your own need for them to like you. You are still great whether you make friends or not. People love that kind of self-assurance. A world of opportunities and a world of possible friendships. Accepting that you don't have friends can be difficult, but it isn't something you have to live with. No matter how old you are, no matter your circumstances, there are always new people out there waiting to meet you, even if they don't know it. Your past is your past, and no matter how difficult the endings of those past friendships may have been, they don't have to live with you forever. Learn to open yourself up again and learn to be the kind of person that people want to be friends with, and over time, those people will come.